So we're moving on with our 48 Laws of Power energy reading series. The 48 Laws of Power is a book written by Robert Greene, and this is law number 24, play the perfect courtier. Courtier. You know, I can't ever say that word. Courtier. But this law speaks to etiquette. This is the etiquette law. It also speaks to breaking and manipulating rules sometimes. On occasion, I feel like this law can refer to people being fake or oversharing, but it also means that there are certain times when particular types of speech and behavior are appropriate. Now, on a spiritual level, I feel like this law sometimes refers to mirroring. Mirroring is a manipulation tactic that people use to make you think that they are on your level. In other words, telling you what you want to hear in order to get what they want. People pretending to be something that they're not. Okay? They'll mimic your behaviors, your speech, your temperament, but they're fake as fuck, right? Now, under this law, there are quote-unquote sub-laws that come from the days of kingdoms and courts, and they offer us suggestions on how to apply this law in a practical way. So the first one is don't brag, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. Nobody likes anybody that's boasting and bragging about themselves all the time. Appear to be mellow and laid back. That's another one. Be judicious with flattery. Now, I talk about this a lot in yoga because we're taught that just like we don't have to take insults, we don't have to accept compliments either, okay? But this requires a level of self-awareness and self-esteem, okay? Be noticed in a good way is the next one. Again, self-explanatory. You want to be remembered for the good things you've done. This is his name, Harvey Weinstein, or the Harry Weinstein. I forget his name, but the guy that was the big Hollywood producer. You know, now we only remember him as a sex pervert. We don't remember all of the movies he's produced, all the stars he's put on. We only remember him as being a pervert, okay? So the next one is adjusting your style. And this means just keeping up with the times, right? You know, we don't see people wearing petticoats anymore. We don't see people even wearing hammer pants anymore. I wish they would bring those back. I loved hammer pants. But just keeping up with the times, but not in a way where you're being unauthentic to yourself. The next one is don't be the bearer of bad news. Nobody likes to hear negativity all the time, right? We know people when we see them or we encounter, bump into them or whatever, or when they call, we know they're going to tell us something bad. And usually we avoid these people, right? Don't directly criticize a supervisor. Again, self-explanatory, but I'm guilty of this. I'll admit it. Rarely ask supervisors for favors because this will make you appear to, again, not be able to do your job or appear like you don't know what you're doing, right? It also makes people think that you're using them. Now, you can take this word supervisor and substitute it with anybody, okay? Don't joke about appearances. Don't make fun of people. That irritates me so much when I see videos on here of people making fun of others, like especially if they have a disability or something like that, or an addiction. Like I'm the mother of an autistic child, so I am highly offended when I see those kind of posts because it's just unnecessary. Don't be a critic, right? Don't be a negative Nancy. And be self-aware is the next one. I feel like that's very important on all levels, right? In any type of interactions, to be self-aware. And to control your emotions. That's the next one. It's so important to not allow, to the best of your ability, outside circumstances to dictate your emotions. Easier said than done. Another one is keeping up with the times. This goes back to adjusting your style, but this is about just keeping up with current events and the things going on in the world around you. Not being inundated, but just aware of what's happening. And the final one is to be a joy to be around. Again, nobody likes a negative Nancy. Nobody likes to hear anybody bitching and complaining all the time, especially if they're not doing anything to change their situation, right? That really irks me. Don't complain. Don't keep explaining yourself if you're not willing to make changes to your situation. All right? So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.